for stopping by, and you're most welcome. And it's always good to have everybody new stop by and just see my life experiences in Northern Ireland. Sorry guys, today my voice is a little bit hoarse. I think I'm coming down with a cold or just something like that. So basically in today's video guys, I'm just gonna talk about my first year in Northern Ireland, in Belfast to be specific. So 2 years here this year, and yeah, so basically the first year I arrived in 2023, and the first thing that welcomed me was the cold. I remember I had braids and I had a head sock, a coat. In fact, as I left home, I felt very warm, and I passed through Doha, then I passed through Birmingham, and all those airports I think were warm for me until I got to Belfast. Wow, I was so cold. I could feel the cold in my hair as if I didn't have a head sock on. I could feel the cold right in my chest as if I didn't have clothes on. It was so cold, but with time my body got used to the cold somehow, and I think for now I'm okay. But the first year wasn't easy, but I'm okay. So in fact, it's because of the cold that actually made me quickly to buy a car, because sometimes like waiting for a bus or a taxi, so I would feel extremely cold whilst waiting. Yes guys, so because the cold would be too much at times, so I decided to quickly buy a car, and I'll just switch on the heater and wear 2 jerseys inside. Then that's how I survived my first year in UK. And the other things that I noticed in my first year here guys, people are generally nice. Right, so during my first year I also noticed that people are generally nice here. So the first few weeks before I bought a car, I would jump on buses and sometimes on taxis. It would just depend with where I was going to. And I noticed that if one gets lost, and you know, mostly would use maps, sat nav, but sometimes you might miss the postcode and you might go to a wrong place or a different place. But every time that happened, and if I stopped and asked for help, there would always be somebody rather who was willing to assist me. And I remember on one instance, somebody had to stop everything they were doing just to take me to where I was going, and not that they asked for money in return or anything else. No, it was just, okay, is this the place you're looking for? I said yes it is, and they turned back and left, you know. So people are generally nice. In fact, not just during my first year, even now that I'm doing my 3rd year, I haven't come across anybody who hasn't been nice or rude. So that's what I noticed so far, you know. And I also noticed that if I go to a cafe or a restaurant or a hotel or even just a shop, more like a spa or any fast shop, and ask for tea or coffee, or if there's a self-service and I make it myself, I notice that the teas, they're not usually as warm, as hot as they are back in my country. They're more like served coldish, not cold, but coldish, like just warm, which to me sometimes I'll be like, oh no, this is too cold. I would want to heat it more, you know. So that's what I noticed, you know. And I also noticed that okay guys, so thank you so much for watching today. And today's video was basically just to talk about some of the things that I've noticed, or rather I noticed in the first year of being in United Kingdom. So thank you. I appreciate your support and stopping by. So if you would like to be the first one to get notified every time I post a new video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Ivy in Northern Ireland. You could also catch me on TikTok. I use the name Ivy Television, and you could also catch me on Facebook. I use Ivy Simaluma. See you guys soon, and thank you so much for your support. Bye bye.